Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Watch Stuff with us. I'm JD.
I'm Katie.
And we are going to be going into a bit of a deep dive on episodes 5 and 6 of Daredevil Born Again. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below, and also hit that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time we go live.
In 2025.
Yes. So let's get it going.
Episodes 5 and 6 of Daredevil Born Again, so definitely expect some heavy spoilers coming your way over the course of this video. But without further ado, let's go on a bank heist. It is 9:05 a.m. on a lovely St. Patrick's Day morning in New York City when the episode begins to the sounds of the Rocky Road.
I did think that was cool that they timed up St. Patrick's Day with the actual episode. Like, that was awesome.
To Dublin by the Young Dubliners. We then immediately head to New York Mutual Bank, whose motto is apparently Bank on Success. And as Matt Murdock waits to talk to a representative, we can see a picture of Miss Marvel on some pink paper. And that's because this banker is none other than Miss Marvel's father himself, Mohan Kapoor's Yusuf Khan, New York Mutual's assistant bank manager and the MCU's most
What's good, Michael McKenzie?
Hulk. When are we going to see Yusuf?
Big shout out. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, my man, please.
You cannot keep the fans waiting. Also on Yusuf's desk is a picture of him with Kamala and the rest of his family next to a mug that Kamala gave him for World's Greatest Dad. And
I thought that it was cool that they tied in Miss Marvel to this episode, but I also felt that because of that, it didn't sort of tie in very well to the series, because Miss Marvel is a totally different vibe than what Daredevil Born Again is and whatever it's going for. Like,
she's like so G-rated.
Yeah, no. It was not the same type of vibe, but I still appreciate them actually like doing this. So it's cool to see the connective tissue between the series, but those two, I was not expecting those two to be tied together.
Also this book here that is a collection of love quotes from the 13th century poet and mystic Jalal al-Din Rumi, subtly showing Yusuf's deep love for his wife Muniba Khan. And while the two talk about the loan application that Matt's firm submitted to the bank, Mr. Khan gets a text from Kamala herself and mentions how Kamala's been visiting some friends in California, with one of these friends being...
Does anybody else have problems with referring to her as Kamala or Kamala? Like, ever since we've had Kamala Harris, like, I get mixed up with Kamala and Kamala now. So yeah, it's difficult. Does. Yeah, I know, it's way too hard.
Kamala's bestie Bruno, who got accepted into the California Institute of Technology's Gifted and Talented Immersion program during the events of the Miss Marvel Disney Plus series. However, this could also potentially be another tease towards a future Young Avengers project for Marvel's.
I love looking at that. I'm really excited about them potentially doing Young Avengers. Even though a lot of the people that we have in the Young Avengers now are getting old and they're more so like middle-age Avengers.
What's wrong with his hairline?
Whose hairline?
Oh, the Hulk guy?
Yeah.
Why is his hairline starting like that? Especially if he is supposed to be a young child.
He's got it shaved like up here. Like that's a different type of look. I know that for sure. That's a different
should have
look.
Like kept his hair like, he really has, and just do like a little Bieber sweep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. Not a good look. Seattle Ryan in the building. What's good, Ryan, man? Glad to see you made it early today to the stream. Thanks for coming by, my man.
Studios. I mean, we do know that the end of the Marvels saw Kamala Khan recruiting new heroes like Kate Bishop to join the new team that she was building with Nick Fury's secret list of talented humans. So there's a good chance that while Kamala is visiting her boy Bruno in California, she could stop by Pym Van Dyne Industries to recruit Cassie Lang onto her squad, as Cassie Lang was famously a member of the Young Avengers team in the comics. But anyways, Yusuf then tells Matt that he's from Jersey City, the home of his favorite superhero, Miss Marvel, before whipping out a custom Miss Marvel Funko Pop, which Funko Pop actually released with the launch of the Miss Marvel TV series.
It's so cute.
I love the Funko Pops, man. I didn't think that I originally saw people with those, and I was like, everybody's getting Funko Pops. Like, I don't know if I want one. Then,
we have our own custom Funko Pops.
We got our own custom Funko Pops. You're blocking yours with your head right now, but you guys might be able to see mine right there. Yep,
yeah,
that's mine.
Kind of.
That's mine.
Mine's over there, but.
Yep, a little blocked. That's okay.
She turned a little bit. It's fine.
Tommy said, thought we'd get more Avenger level Marvel characters in the show. Yeah, I did too. I was expecting a little bit more than what we gotten so far. So even if they don't necessarily bring the Avenger level characters, I thought we were going to get a bit more from the show. I thought that we were going to get a bit more cohesion with the rest of the Marvel universe, and not Miss Marvel of all people. But yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Those are our own Funko Pops. Pretty cool.
IRL. And continuing on with the loan application, we learned that Murdock and McDuffie are looking to move to a much larger location and hire more lawyers. But due to their noble way of fighting
Hawkeye
corporate
showing up would have
giants
been
for
cool.
the little man, Yusuf
I agree.
unfortunately cannot approve a loan for them. Yet another example of a hero in the MCU struggling to get a loan, with Sam Wilson's family also being hit with such financial roadblocks in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And when talking about his law firm, Matt Murdock brings up the biblical tale of David versus Goliath from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, a story that's centered around a shepherd named David using a slingshot to take down a massive giant of a soldier in his enemy's army. I mean, Daredevil's struggle against Kingpin.
They did all that and then didn't show the Rock hitting them in the face. Seattle Ryan said, my dog took first place in a wrestling tournament, and the champ won a customized Funko Pop that said, defend the Den champion. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Cool.
And the fact that your daughter wrestles is super dope too. That's awesome.
Kingpin over the past 4 seasons of his show definitely reflect this David versus Goliath theme as well. But after Matt's bid for a loan is rejected, Matt leaves the bank. But while on the phone with Kirsten on his way back to his office, his special ears overhear the sound of Devlin and his group of rainbow rascals preparing to rob that bank, causing Matt to tell Kirsten to call the police immediately before abruptly hanging up the phone call and not telling Kirsten what the hell to tell the police at all.
Like I'm drinking out of a
Yes,
giant wine
we
bottle
talked
right
about
now.
it.
This
We
is-
talked about
I'm
the
sorry, I was late to
Saratoga
the party.
water, and that it's like meme water at this point, but you know.
I mean, it's just carbonated water.
Yeah, it is.
It's good, but
In a fancy bottle.
if I don't turn it around right, it just looks like I'm a lush and just drinking wine.
Oh, Kirsten just had to wing that shit. And we did see Cillian O'Sullivan's Devlin before in the series back in episode 1 when his boss Luca was having a meeting with the other heads of the 5 families. And as they get ready to rob the bank, Devlin mentions that he and the Skittle Squad are apparently robbing this bank in order to get a hold of the $1.8 million needed to pay the Fisk family back for the Fisks paying off Luca's debt to Victor's gang, which we
Michael McKenzie said, thought we'd see them explain the blip in Daredevil's world, but they didn't. Yeah, they didn't really break that down. I thought we might like start the series or this show with them like reacting to the blip, or at least what happened like directly afterwards. But no, they sort of just jumped into their own sort of story. And Ryan said, I totally thought, hell, these folks did a 180 now. No. It's just water. It's the water from that that super buff dude that was doing like the morning routine stuff. Yeah, I saw some at the local Jewels and decided to go and pick it up and just try it, and it's sparkling water. Nothing special.
Show them what the picture looks like of the guy.
I don't want to shut down the stream. It might, it might detract from my sexy, you know what I mean? If I show somebody who might be slightly sexier than me. Outside of you,
Oh, I think
saw in episode 3. But anyway, speaking of the Skittle Squad, one major costume design detail that I noticed was how Marvel Studios purposely had their masks match the colors of
his plan did work. 100%
with the
work.
exception of the color orange
Brilliant
for the Soul Stone. Now, y'all know me and my countless videos on how Marvel Studios incorporates the Infinity Stone colors in all of their projects. I mean, they did it recently with the Order of the Colors of the Witch's Road in Agatha All Along.
Yeah.
And they
Look
even
up
included some Infinity
morning
Stone
routine
meme
and water or something like that.
Title sequence for their Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man series on Disney+. So y'all already know that I noticed this Infinity theme starting to play out pretty much immediately when Devlin's crew rolled in. This being said, throughout the entire episode, I was like, where the hell is orange in this story, man? Like, we've got 5 out of the 6 colors thematically included.
If you're watching right now, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet.
Until we learn later on in the episode that the object that this Skittle Squad was trying to steal is a literal orange gemstone, completing this Infinity color theme by saving the orange color for last, just like how Marvel Studios had the orange Soul Stone be the last stone that they revealed in the Infinity Saga. But speaking of this orange gem,
Now, I thought that gem was going to be an Infinity Stone or something like that to give this episode some significance, but it turned out that I don't think that it was. Maybe MT is going to share with us that it actually was an Infinity Stone or something like that, but I was not thinking that that's what it was. It was. Would have been awesome if that's what it was supposed to have been, though.
gemstone. While Matt and Yusuf were talking in the bank earlier, you could see Yusuf's glasses reflect the light off a nearby lamp, with this orange reflection almost looking like the orange diamond itself in Yusuf's eyes. A possible bit of cinematic foreshadowing towards Yusuf ending the episode with that diamond himself. But anyways, when the gang busts into the bank and force Yusuf with the rest of the hostages, the first thing that Yusuf does is ensure that one of his fellow co-workers are okay instead of...
Do we think Daredevil will appear in Doomsday? I'm going to say no. Maybe in Secret Wars we might get fortunate and get a Daredevil appearance in that show, but as far as Doomsday, no. I think Doomsday needs to be a much more like focused movie, and they aren't going to expand the universe that much and bring in him. I think we may get some Daredevil or Defenders later on, maybe in Secret Wars, sort of like a cameo, see him fighting in the background, but nothing like super deep and detailed. That guy's on some enhancers. Ain't no way that Warder gave him that physique. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying. I'll let you know if I come on buff next week. You'll know to go out there and get some water yourself, bro. Mike said, "Nah, they would have died holding it. Holding it. That was an offense. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, you're right."
Of merely cowering in fear like the rest of them, with the cosmic crime-fighting Kamala Khan undoubtedly inheriting her father's compassionate nature. Matt then willingly and fearlessly walks into the hostage situation, pretending to be ignorant to what's happening. And when the Red Gang member pushes him to join the rest of the hostages, he teases Matt's blindness by calling him Stevie Wonder, the legendary blind singer, who was also black, mind you, so who's really the blind one here, huh? Matt then tunes into the racing heartbeats of the hostages around him, noticing the heartbeat of this woman in flower earrings named Celine to be suspiciously calm and normal.
Yeah, just like you said, there's no way that Stevie Wonder can't see. He can see some things. I've seen him catch a microphone stand that was falling over. So I don't care what nobody says. Stevie Wonder can see.
He might have some vision impairment, but dude's not blind like.
And it might be so severe that, like, of course, he can't drive. You know, if he was walking, he was gonna like knock over stuff. But I guarantee you, he can see. Like, if something is falling, he can see. Yeah, he can see.
Normal. Immediately tipping Matt off to her being part of Devlin's crew. The police then start to gather outside of the bank, causing this episode to start to really look like the 2006 film Inside Man, starring Denzel Washington as Detective Keith Frazier, especially when we see the return of the character Angie Kim as active deputy hostage negotiator, who quickly makes contact with Devlin, who refers to himself as Jesse James, referring to the infamous 19th century American outlaw. And in order to...
All right. I think we've done enough of this. I'm going to switch over real quick. So yeah, that was a little bit of a deep dive to episodes 5 and a little bit of 6 of Daredevil Born Again. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below if you enjoyed this recap. But yeah, we are going to be going directly into our live watch party of Daredevil Born Again episode 7 right now, so stick and stay tuned. And if you're watching this after the fact, make sure you're here next week. We start at 7:30 p.m. Central Time each and every time, so we'll see you when we see you. Peace.